Hi there, welcome. It is Monday again. All right. So welcome to Being Present with Dr. Onna. I am Dr. Onna, and I'm here today to serve you by creating a space that allows us to continue to create practice with our own presence, learning to be more conscious with ourselves, and in the process, be able to learn more gentleness, more ease, more care, more love, and holding our space for our relationship with ourselves. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. In the beginning, I'm still going to be running a general body scan that gets us into that deep presence and deep relaxation. But I'd like to actually bring up an exercise we've never done before called mindful eating. So this is a good opportunity for you if you are, most of you are at home, if you're capable of, I invite you to find yourself a small piece of food, a small piece of fruit. It's probably better than nuts, which has more, smell or aroma. It could be a dried raisin, a dry piece of fruit. It could be a small wedge of orange or small piece of fruit, like a cut pear. But I'd like us to go into and explore a little bit of that practice around food and our relationship with it and all the narrative that comes in when we have a piece of food in front of us. I've been doing this all week with all my clients and patients, and also this topic just keeps coming up. Our relationship with health in the eyes of the way we eat, in the eyes of the way we feel foods, the culture of food. So it will be a really interesting exploration for us today to create some time to use the act of eating to shine a little light on our how we can create a practice that could be mindful, that can be gentle, that can call for more presence when we eat. So while I'm speaking, take a moment. I invite you to go get that taken care of and get yourself a little, it could be even a small, if you don't have anything handy, it can be of a small food bar or something like that. And the reason why it came to me, it's because I actually get into this habit of doing a prolon, an intermittent fasting, 5 days of low calorie fasting, mimicking diet every few months. And in the process, you eat about 500 to 800 calories. And what happens is that I get super hungry. And then I realize by being able to make each piece of food last longer, I stop typing in my computer. I stop talking to somebody. I start chewing every single bite very intentfully in order to really experience food to all of its fullest so that I can actually feel fuller. And in that, I realized I've had such a different relationship coming out of it towards hunger, towards the appreciation. And I also noticed the changes that happens from the chewing to the saliva that comes out to the to help digest, to the movement of my stomach, and just the whole digestive process change. And we know that the gut is number one, has this huge relationship with our fight or flight response. So this is also very much connected with what I've been sharing and teaching with you around working and supporting our fight or flight and relax and digest mechanism. So, all right, let's get started. First, I invite you to do a little gentle movement in front of the computer, sitting down. Relax your neck, do a little stretching, do a little circles, move your shoulders, and begin to take some long, deep breath with these stretches. Raise your arms up if it feels good, and breathe in and out on each end. And take a moment and settle into a position that feels good. And take a moment to connect with your body and connect with your breath. And take these long, deep breaths and begin to feel that your lungs are being filled up with air as you breathe in. And gently loosen and soften and let go and release the breath on your exhale through your nose or your mouth. And go into that gentle process of breathing in and out. And I invite you to bring your awareness to the center of your body. Set an intention for the next 30 minutes. Your day might have been crazy, you might have been full of tasks or unexpected needs that arise towards you. But this moment you've chosen to be here with yourself, with each other, with your practice, with your consciousness, with your own presence. So take a moment and clearly set an intention for yourself. What is it that you'd like to have more of and feel more of? And what would you like to release? Is it tension, worry, frustration, pain, discomfort, blame, guilt? Take a moment and create that clarity of that feeling that you want to feel more of, and hold that. Now I invite you to bring your awareness to the top of your head and scan down from the top of your head to your eyebrows, your forehead, your temple, your nose, your eyes, your cheeks. And along the process, if you notice any tension, sensations, just become aware of it. And now bring your awareness down to your cheeks, your jaw. Become aware of any tension, the muscle movement. And scan your attention to your lips, your mouth, your teeth, the inside of your mouth. Notice any tension. And bring your awareness now to your throat. And each time if you swallow, what does it feel like? What's the movement like? Now bring your awareness to your ears on each side, the outside, the skin. See if you can feel any sensation. With the sound that comes in, where does it go? Be curious. And each time if your mind wanders off or your thoughts comes in or it gets distracted away from your breathing or the place that you're scanning, simply draw it back gently with no judgment to the action of breathing in and breathing out. Like guiding softly a child, guiding softly the attention towards the simple focus of your body and your breath. Now I invite you to bring your attention to your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your elbow, your hands, your fingers. Bring your awareness to your chest, your stomach, your belly button. Now scan your attention from the back on the top of your neck, down one vertebra by one vertebra, down, down, down to your lower back, your sacrum, your buttocks. And simply breathe. Feel any tension, any restrictions or sensations, or maybe just the simple looseness of that rising and falling of your belly and your chest. That smoothness, become aware of it. And now bring your awareness to your thighs, your legs, your knees, your calves, your ankle, your feet, your toes. And in that awareness of scanning through your toes and your feet, simply breathe. Simply relax into the motion and the scanning of your awareness. And feel the weight of your feet on the ground, connecting to the floor. And stay there, stay with that sensation. And now bring your awareness back to your top of your head and just scan from top to middle of your body to the bottom, to the feet. One more time. Drawing attention to anywhere that's asking for a little bit more attention. And keep breathing, each time deeper and deeper. And now I invite you to bring your awareness to your chest, into your heart area, and just breathe there for a moment. Imagine yourself breathing through your heart and chest area. In and out. With each breath, slow it down a little bit more. With each breath, deepen it a little bit more. And feel the air entering the lungs and being sent to all the parts of your body. And take a moment and create a simple presence in the center of the heart. And call upon a feeling of positive sensation or appreciation. And pull it into the heart area. It could be the word ease or peace. Or it could be a simple appreciation of a beauty or nature. Or your body feeling a certain comfort. Take a moment and embrace all of those feelings that regenerates you or renew you. Hold on to that, breathe, and stay with that for a moment. And if there's still any tension that you notice anywhere in your body or in your mind or your thoughts, this is your chance to release it all. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And if there's resistance anywhere, simply smile at it, acknowledge it, thank it, and allow it to go. Allow it to go. Allow it to go. For those of you who joined a little bit later than the beginning, today we're doing a little bit of a exercise around eating and mindful eating. So I'm invite you to take a moment. I'll give you a few seconds to go and look for a small piece of something. It could be a fruit. It could be a part of your lunch. It could be a small bar or a piece of chocolate if that's all you have. But ideally, it's a fruit, something that's fresh, that has a nice smell to it. And this is the time where I invite you to bring that piece of food in front of you and lay it either on your hands or lay it on a table in front of you. Simply take a look and check in as if it's the only time you've ever seen this fruit for the first time. You might have seen fruits or food of the same sort, but this one is the first time. You're gonna use your eyes and trace the outline of this food. Look at it, look at its texture, see how the light reflects upon it. And if your mind starts making jokes or start having silly thoughts around it, take a moment and check in. And just like any other meditative practice, you invite yourself to be curious. You invite yourself to come to this piece of food and just look at it. See what information it's bringing you, or if there's a memory. Now put it as it's laying on your hand, feel its weight, feel its temperature. Take a look and imagine what it would smell like without actually putting it against your nose. Now bring this piece of food a little bit closer to you and begin to take a smell and see if you notice any aroma or what it is that you sense, or what does the air smell like even without its aroma. Now put this piece of food closer to your lip and put it against your lip and simply anticipate it. Don't put it in your mouth yet. But what does it feel like even just that close? What does your body begin to react and how does it change? Is there an urgency or there's a place of savoring? Again, what does the texture feel like? Now go ahead and put this piece of food into your mouth. You can take a bite of it, or you can just put the whole piece of it small into your mouth without chewing or doing anything. Simply allow your tongue to hold it in your mouth, and see what shows up. What does it taste like? What's the texture? Again, what's the temperature? Move it into different parts of your mouth. See what it feels like. Your tongue has different taste buds for different parts of the tongue. Do you notice just by the texture or the weight? Now I invite you to take a bite or take a chew and see what taste comes out. What does that feel like? Do you smell something differently now? And for the next few minutes, make this your meditative practice. Slowly take another bite and chew. Imagine it's the last time you're going to be eating this piece of food, and that all the information you retain from it is all you will get, and it will last forever in your memory. And take that experience with you. So be gentle, be intentful, put all your attention to this act of chewing this food and biting it and tasting it. And as you are ready to begin to anticipate swallowing it, what does your body feel like in coordinating that? What are the feelings that you have when you're eating and you're feeding yourself? What does that mean for you? Now I invite you to swallow that food and feel where the food goes. How far down your throat or your esophagus or your stomach do you feel this piece of food? Are there any tension held anywhere? Are you aware of anywhere else? What does the taste in your mouth feel like now? Is there an aftertaste? And how does your body feel now? That's exactly the same weight more. Would you just fed it? It's one bit heavier than you just put the food. What does it feel like? What does it mean? And if you have another piece, I invite you to do the exercise one more time, to look at it, to smell it, but in your own pace, in your own intentful practice. Put it against your lip, put it in your mouth. Find a way to be curious of the experience, just like all the other times I've shared where you are curious about your breathing, or you're curious about the body scan, about those sensations. Invite that process into the way you're eating this piece of food, that you're chewing this piece of food. What's your relationship with it? What's your inner thought process that comes in as you're eating? How often do you feel rushed to push forth that process? And where does that sound or where does that process come from? Take your time, enjoy it. And if you're not have another piece of food with you, you can imagine that process. Re-experience the piece of food that you've chewed, or an experience when you're eating in such an intentful way. We've eaten so many times in our lives, 3 times a day for all the years we've been alive. Can you draw up that connection? Breathe and taste. And finally, I invite you, if you haven't already, to swallow and allow the food to go down your throat, your stomach, your esophagus, your belly. And breathe. With the remaining of the time, I invite you to put your one hand over your belly button or your belly, and just breathe. And continue deeper into that observation of how your body's processing the food. And relax into this moment, knowing that your body are doing other magical things to continue to nourish you. So breathe. And for some of you who just had your lunch, take a moment here and connect with that natural relax and digest state of the parasympathetic nervous system. Each time your memory or mind wanders off, come back to your deep breath. The next minute, slowly come back to your body. Start taking these breaths. Fill your lungs. And invite gratitude. Invite gratitude for your body, your stomach, all the part of the body that helps you digest and bring food and nutrient into all of your system. Thank the worker in the factory, right? So bring that gratitude. Find different parts of your body that you want to share that intent of gratitude towards. We might have all these different relationships with our body towards food, or we have different relationship towards food. Take this next minute to genuinely appreciate and thank your body for doing the wonderful job of bringing food, turning into nutrients, and delivering to all parts of your body to help you breathe, to help you live, to help you have energy. To be the person that you wish to be. Slowly, when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. Stretch your arms up. Rotate your wrist. Rotate your shoulders, your ankles. And breathe a few times. So a little bit of an unusual practice today. But today I would like to be able to give you this tool that, since we all eat throughout the day, 3 times a day at least sometimes, to be able to even bring the first minute of your eating to have that intention. So try that out. Michael Pollan, who wrote the book around food, talks about the buffet of the experience of eating starts with your first bite. So being able to bring such presence, time, and intention before you even start eating does so much to the experience of eating, to the way we can then turn on digestion, turn on a health for getting our body system going. So I invite you to do that. Next week, I will be in retreat, so I actually won't be running this group, but then I'll see you back the Monday after. And thank you again for joining. I hope you are well. And again, take a big glass of water, drink it, help you kind of wake up, refresh, and integrate some of this deep relaxation. Or go out, be in the sun, or touch a tree and ground yourself. Put your feet on the ground and ground yourself. And really feel yourself connected to this universe, to our environment. Thank you again for joining, and have a beautiful week. And love to you all. Peace to you all. Take care.